Right now, thousands of Starbucks baristas are walking off the job demanding better pay. We're live at one of those picket lines in Madison. And it's one of the busiest travel days of the year as millions head to their holiday destinations. This is News 3 Now at noon. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Michelle Renee Quinn. We begin today with Starbucks workers going on strike around the country demanding better pay. Now, instead of serving coffee, baristas from more than 60 stores are on the picket lines. That includes here in Madison. News 3 Now's Meryl Hubbard is live at one of the Starbucks downtown. Meryl?
Yeah, Michelle Renee, like you said, I'm at the Starbucks right by the Capitol, and you can see and hear the picket line behind me. There's a couple dozen people here. All of them are workers from 4 different unionized Starbucks stores here in Madison. And here with me is Tasha. They work here at this location. Can you tell me a little bit why you guys are on strike today?
Yeah, so we're out here. We're on strike. We're trying to get the bosses to come negotiate for a fair contract with fair wages. And we're just excited to show off our worker power, get them to come to the negotiating table with a real offer for us. They offered 35 cents when the CEO makes $57,000 an hour.
What are some things you guys are asking for? You can even reference your sign here.
So we're asking for higher pay. We're asking for safer working conditions and better staffing. Those are the main 3 things. Of course, there's everything that comes with individual stores. There's individual problems we have at each place. Here in State Street, we have some problems with security, but we want the ability to negotiate directly with them to get the things that we need in order to keep our stores safe. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about what it's like being a barista here in Madison?
Yeah, I love being a barista. I just think we need to be paid more and need to be treated fairly, and it seems like right now they just don't respect us and the work that we do enough to actually do that.
Tasha, thank you for talking with me. I'll let you get back to the picket line and everything, but thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, we've been here since 10 a.m. That's when they started, and they're going to stop around 3 p.m. That's their typical work hours. But for now, reporting live in Madison, Meryl Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Meryl, thank you. Right now, police in Janesville are asking for your help to find a suspect from a shooting. Police identified the suspect as 41-year-old Deontay L. Foster. Police say he shot a man on North High Street the night of December 16th. The victim is currently in critical condition. Police say there is no evidence of a direct threat to the community. Foster is being sought for attempted first-degree intentional homicide. Police say Foster has a notable scar on his forehead, 2 tattoos that read Ashley on his left forearm, and another that reads Dirty Block. If you have any information or know of Foster's whereabouts, you're asked to contact the Janesville Police Department. That number is on your screen now at 608-755-3100. And temperatures are mild on this Christmas Eve. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has a look at your certified most accurate forecast.
Hey, Michelle, southern Wisconsin, at least parts of southern Wisconsin getting a little bit of a Christmas gift. If you want the sunshine, it actually popped out here. Otherwise, it is going to be cloudy through much of this week as part of the 3 things you need to know. Warming on up, as you were just mentioning, and shower chances still look very likely by Thursday night going on into Saturday out of those 3 main things. Let's plan the rest of Christmas Eve together. Some parts of southern Wisconsin, especially Madison, south and east, may have a little bit of sunshine, but otherwise generally cloudy skies. Temperatures right around 30, and then we cool down a bit before we start warming back up overnight tonight as warmer air moves into southern Wisconsin. That Christmas forecast in our Christmas globe, we're going to go for a high of 34 degrees. Cloudy skies, can't rule out a little bit of drizzle as we go into Christmas Day night, maybe a little bit of freezing drizzle, but right now not expecting adverse travel conditions. We got upper 20s to the lower 30s across all of southern Wisconsin. Right here in Dane County, right around 30 to 31 to 32 degrees. And our temperatures, there's the swing all the way up to 50 degrees by the end of the week. And with that will be a good chance for showers coming up in Maine weather. I'm going to take us through those series of weather systems as you rejoin me back up in Maine weather.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. We'll be checking in shortly. Millions of Americans on the move this Christmas Eve faced major delays to start the day, on a day when a potential record-breaking number of people are on the roads and in the air. There were technical difficulties this morning for American Airlines, which led to about a 1-hour ground stop for all its flights. On top of that, there was also nasty weather on both coasts. CBS's Skylar Henry has more from Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport.
At airports across the country, it was hurry up and wait. Long lines greeted flyers at Washington's Reagan National Airport Monday. Nationwide, the TSA expects to screen nearly 40 million passengers from December 19th through January 2nd, a 6% increase from a year ago. Passengers also packed airports in Denver, Pittsburgh, and in Boston.
Yeah, it's worse than I expected. So feeling a little slightly panicked.
I'm a full-time teacher, so I'm just trying to be on the beach and chill.
In Seattle, one anxious passenger opened the emergency exit door of an arriving Alaska Airlines flight Sunday night. No one was hurt. An estimated 107 million people will travel by car for the holidays, including Tony Ultramori, who was filling up for a 1,000-mile drive from Texas to Colorado.
This is one of those trips where it doesn't matter how much it's going to cost because it's good to see your family.
Lucky for him, gas prices compared to last Christmas are down an average of 8 cents a gallon.
Gas prices going into the holidays this year are at some of their lowest levels since the pandemic. Christmas gas prices this year are likely to be at their lowest level on Christmas since 2020.
For those planning on driving today, another bit of good news. Expected to be less traffic on the roadways. Now, the big holiday rush, if you will, is actually expected after Christmas. Many airports anticipating huge crowds this Friday. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Atlanta.
And the Packers are heading back to the playoffs after last night's win over New Orleans 34-0. Green Bay is the first team this season to record a shutout. Packers running back Josh Jacobs gained 107 yards from scrimmage and scored a touchdown for the 6th straight game. Quarterback Jordan Love threw for 182 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, the Packers defense held the Saints to just 196 total yards and forced 2 turnovers. The Packers head to Minnesota to take on the Vikings Sunday. Kickoff is set for 3:25. And just into the newsroom, former Wisconsin State Senator Tim Cullen has died. Family members say the man was considered a centrist in state politics, revered by Democrats and Republicans. Cullen died at SSM Health St. Mary's in Madison while hospitalized with a heart condition. He was a Democrat who served 2 times in the state Senate from 1975 to 1987 and 2011 to 2015. From 1987 to 1988, Cullen served as the Secretary of the Wisconsin Department of Health and Social Services. Coming up at the top of our noon hour, 2 popular automakers are working to become one of the largest in the world. Plus, why it could be a very Merry Christmas for lottery players tonight.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
It's a shortened trading day on Wall Street. U.S. markets closed today at 1 p.m. for Christmas Eve and will remain closed Wednesday for Christmas. Japanese automakers Nissan and Honda are working to merge to form the world's third largest automaker. The two companies said they signed a memorandum of understanding on Monday to integrate their businesses. Nissan Alliance automaker Mitsubishi also agreed to join the talks. The parties say Honda will initially lead the new management and retain the principles and brands of each company. The Nordstrom family is taking its century-old department store chain private again with help from a Mexican retail group in a $6.25 billion deal. Shareholders can expect a payout of $24.25 for each share of Nordstrom common stock as of March 18th. And the Mega Millions jackpot is approaching a cool billion ahead of tonight's drawing. LottoReport.com says that's the largest jackpot for either of the two big multi-state lottery games, Powerball and Mega Millions, for the month of December. Maybe you'll get lucky and Santa will leave a ticket in your stocking tonight. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
Here's a look at those stock numbers. The Dow Jones is up 390 points. The NASDAQ is up 266 points. And the SP 500 is up 49. Now, our call for action, volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Up next, we take a look at the ag prices, plus Alex has the complete forecast. And later today on Live at 4, after Christmas, you may want to exchange that gift you received. And Consumer Reports shows us a list of the retailers with the best and worst return policies. Pam is out of the radio barn this week, so here are your farm numbers. And you might be dreaming of a white Christmas, but our temperatures aren't necessarily feeling like Christmas outside. Time to check in with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington, here with your complete forecast.
Michelle, southern Wisconsin, our temperatures are going to get even warmer. So the seasonably mild temperatures that we have right now, we're going to be seeing temperatures pushing near 50 degrees. It's all part of the three things you need to know. Cloudy for much of this week, although early Christmas present. We have a little bit of sun out on the patio. Count yourself lucky if you get a little bit of sunshine today. Then we warm up, continuing throughout the week, and showers, not snow. We got showers in the forecast, but let's plan Christmas Eve. Temperatures right around 30. We cool down just a bit into the low 20s as clouds build back in overnight tonight, and we'll actually warm up as we go into the overnight hours as more warm air moves into southern Wisconsin. 34 for high temperature in my snow globe for Christmas. Mostly cloudy skies across southern Wisconsin, so a mild Christmas. Average temperatures from the upper 20s to right around 30. Let's do a little tour here. We'll start in Platteville. Notice not a lot of snow on the ground with our first Warren weather cam in Platteville, and cloudy skies. Skies have cleared in our Dodgeville first Warren weather cam, but they've got plenty of snow on the ground. And here in Madison with our Capital Sky Cam here, a little bit difficult to see, a little bit of snow still on some of our area roofs out in the Madison area, with Madison receiving about 5 inches of snow with our Clipper system, and areas from Madison to the north. I got good news for you. Probably a good chance of you having a white Christmas, especially where you see these blues here. Temperatures in the upper 20s north of Madison. It's cloudy, and we also have got a heavier snowpack to the north of Madison. Madison at 30 to 32 to the southwest, where they have less snow and also breaking out into a little bit of sunshine. Your local temperatures here in Dane County will do 30 in Waunakee, 31 in McFarland, and a warm spot, 32 right now in Verona. The chances of white Christmas overall is about a 66% chance of all Madison Christmases have been white. So with 1 inch of snow on the ground tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., which I think is a good chance, I think Madison, you'll sneak in yet another white Christmas. Then we change our tune from snow chances. I've got the green map here because we're going to be tracking rain chances getting into the scattered, if not widespread category Friday, going into Friday night, going into Saturday. And I want to be first to give you a glimpse of what could that look like. Showers as early as Thursday morning across really all of southern Wisconsin, but right now Future Track has them north and west of Madison, becoming widespread as we go into Friday at 6 a.m. Temperatures are going to be warm enough for all rain in this scenario as we carry on forth through Friday, going on into Saturday. More periods of rain across southern Wisconsin, and the rain showers will eventually end as we go on into Sunday. Still a chance on Sunday, but the best chances are going to be Thursday night, Friday night, going on into Saturday. As we carry forth out into the end of 2024, going into 2025, that'd be Tuesday of next week, we're watching yet another weather system that could bring a mix of rain and snow and breezy conditions, followed by temperatures getting a little bit cooler once we get past the New Year's Eve holiday.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Up next, Howard says to have a great Christmas.
With all the company in town this week and the hustle and bustle that comes hand in hand with Christmas morning, you're going to need something that's fun and festive for the troops. That's why we came up with this fruity breakfast bake that's easy to make, simple to serve, and that's sinfully satisfying. We begin by opening a couple cans of refrigerated biscuits and cutting each one into 6 pieces. Once that's done, we add a little almond extract to a can of cherry pie filling and give it a good mix. Now, we toss the biscuit pieces with the cherry mixture until they're coated and place them in a baking dish. A few sliced almonds go on top, and into the oven it goes. While it's baking, we'll throw together an easy 2-ingredient glaze that will drizzle over it once it's done. See, I told you it was easy. And once your house guests or any of your sleepy heads get a whiff of this, they'll be headed to the kitchen in search of what smells so darn good. So don't wait another minute. Go online and print out the recipe for our cherry bubble breakfast bake. I know you'll be glad you did. I'm Howard of the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a cherry pull-apart way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
The holidays can always be a challenge for those watching their waistlines, but Josh Sprider sat down with Michelle Swader earlier to discuss what to do.
UW Health clinical dietitian Michelle Swader is back to share some advice on how to prevent weight gain before, during, and after the holidays. And I think that's a good way to be able to break it down because this is in steps, Michelle.
Yeah, and we are kind of in the depth of the holiday season right now. So people have probably already had some holidays. And it's a good thing to kind of take a look at where you are. So the before part is, what do you have left on the calendar? Is it just maybe one meal? Is it a couple days worth of travel? And that way you can set up your goals so they're a little bit more realistic. And the other thing I remind people to do is don't compare the holiday to a day like today. Compare it to another holiday. So if you've had a holiday in the past where you felt like, maybe I didn't really get good sleep, I didn't drink enough water, that's something to think about and plan for so you're prepared to do it when the holiday comes.
I think a lot of times we forget, you know, it's like even Thanksgiving you overeat, and then that night I'm like, oh my gosh, I just feel miserable and I can't sleep.
Yeah, and that's one of our small goals that we have people work on. We're not going for perfection. I mean, this is a holiday, you're supposed to enjoy all the great things about the holidays. But a good, just basic goal to have is try to get yourself to be not overstuffed. That in itself is a big accomplishment for a lot of the holidays. So when you're in the moment, make sure you're trying to be flexible because you might not always know what's on the table. You might not always know where your exercise is going to come from. So just focusing on making small changes that you can think about. They may seem small and insignificant, but if you're drinking enough water, if you get your PT exercises done for that day, that's still a win. On a holiday day, that's really important.
And also thinking of these as like a special occasion, you know, it only comes one time a year. That's why I always say you can treat yourself, but it's important to remind yourself that you have to get back to reality after that too and not just keep up with that.
Yeah, that's where the end part comes in. So at the end of the holidays, a lot of people have water retention during the holidays because of the salt and the carbs and the extra alcohol, and they assume that that's holiday weight gain. But oftentimes it's not. So the important thing after the holidays is to make sure that you end that celebration, start drinking your water, start eating your produce. You're going to start noticing that water weight comes back off, and you really didn't have as much holiday weight gain as you thought. And then my final piece of advice would be to clean out the pantry, get rid of any old leftovers, stale Christmas cookies, anything that needs to just be gotten rid of. And that way you can look back on the holiday and say, you know what, I had a great time, but I also took care of myself too.
That's always my thing, December 26th. I love Christmas, but I'm so ready to like launch myself into the new year because you have to get that routine right back at it.
And that's a great mindset to have. Like, that was a great holiday, but I'm looking forward to maybe getting back and eating more vegetables, getting back to the gym, you know, anything that you didn't do during the holidays. So wanting to look forward to getting back to those healthy habits, if you ended up losing a little bit over the holidays, is definitely an important perspective to have.
Yeah, we don't have Christmas cookies every day.
That's right.
Well, Michelle, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Here's Alex with a final check of the forecast.
And boy, am I ready for lunch after listening to that as my stomach growls. Let's take a look at our Christmas Eve plan. Our temperatures will be right around 30 for a good portion of the day, dipping into the 20s before clouds will come back in the increase tonight. That will signal more warming temperatures. Look how warm Christmas Day will be in southern Wisconsin. It's snowing in the snow globe, but it's just going to be mostly cloudy here in southern Wisconsin with temperatures in the lower to middle 30s. Might sneak an upper 30 in southwestern Wisconsin. Then look at our temperatures by the end of the week. Upper 40s by day to near 50 by the end of the weekend. Lows near 40. Those could actually be near record warm low temperatures. So unseasonably warm temperatures with rain showers Thursday going on into Friday, going on into Saturday. Then as we head towards the new year, which will be Tuesday of next week, we're watching another weather system that could bring a mix of rain and snow and breezy conditions. Also, get your phone out right now. Scan the QR code. Thanks, Randy, for sending us this beautiful morning photo from Fort Atkinson.